Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's Mental Monday. So this week, I want to talk about that experience when you have an internal conflict. When you are just so conflicted about something, so unsure, and what that experience kind of feels like. And I also want to give my biggest tip to indecisiveness or confusion or that internal struggle where you're trying to figure out what to do. Just something that has, for me, kind of helped those moments of the lighter side of internal conflict and sometimes when it's a little more difficult. So internal conflict happens when you have two very conflicting ideas or opinions or feelings or paths that you would like to take, where the two thoughts can't very easily coexist. And that can look like indecisiveness, when you just legitimately can't decide between two things because you kind of want both, or you kind of see the need or desire for both, things like that. Or when you aren't sure about doing something because maybe you want to, but you know there could be consequences, or you know you'll regret it after. That internal struggle, there's a few different ways that can manifest itself, and it can be really, really confusing. It can make it hard to decide. It can almost paralyze you for fear of making the wrong choice or doing the wrong thing, and you start weighing the cost and benefits of can I have my cake and eat it too? Can I have everything in this? Or do I need to pick one when it comes to paths you're taking or things like that? That's just a super, super, super broad, very general description of what an internal conflict can look like. It can also look like two differing opinions, and that's okay. So I think we get that way because we feel like we need to pick one. Like, if I think this, I can't think this. It doesn't make sense to think this. Or if I want this, it doesn't make sense for me to also want this. Or I can't have both. I'll need to pick one. Each case is different for what the situation is. But as far as your desires or your thoughts or opinions, you can have conflicting opinions about something and that be okay. That's just thoughts, right? That's just opinions. I think the trouble becomes acting on things, taking action, taking steps to do something with it. And that's where you get stuck, or that's where it all comes to a head and you have to decide. So simplifying things down into indecisiveness is obviously kind of on the lighter side of what an internal conflict can look like, but that is, for me, the most common one, indecisiveness. And the one thing that I found that can be hugely helpful for me is lists. Making a list of pros and cons, making a list of things I want to do, making a list of reasons why, or what I could do with something, or what each would legitimately look like. So not even pros and cons of one of them, but literally, what would this look like? What would that look like, realistically? Lists are amazing. Lists are my best friend. And they can be super helpful for processing things like that. So I wanted to share that as well. as like your mental health tip of the week. Lists. Make lots of lists. They're helpful. And keep lists on a recurring, updated basis. I am going to share my full planning on Google Calendar routine in a video soon. But one of the things that I have really hugely started implementing is using Google Tasks in Google Calendars to brain dump, process all of that, and really narrow in on what I want to do. So, just if you need an easy way of making lists, of keeping lists, of updating them, what better place than on your phone? And it doesn't have to be an app like that if you don't want to use Google Calendar or Google Tasks. You can also do this in like a note app where you're literally just making dots and listing things out. And I think that's great too. The nice part that I love about Google Calendar and Google Tasks is they have already automated systems to remind you. You don't have to remember, which is huge for me because I'm doing a lot all at once. So that has helped me a lot. It has helped me process things. And yeah. So I hope all of that made sense. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other tips that you enjoy and have found helpful with internal struggles, making decisions, things like that, I would love to hear about them in the comments. I also wanted to say, make sure that you get your videos in for the second Turner Syndrome video, because the deadline is coming soon, and I can't wait to see them. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!